What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Big O back again with another vid. Just like to take a second and say thanks to everyone who's tuning in. Hope everybody's having a glorious day. Definitely go ahead and smash on that like button. Definitely subscribe, click that bell. Make sure you don't miss a thing. Today I'd like to have a bit of a discussion about what it is that I feed to my Pacific Coast giant Mexican musk. And we'll just go ahead and start on the right hand side and move our way to the left. Getting right into it, first item up is the omega-1 cichlid pellets in the large size. I love omega-1 products. They're food products. If you look on the list of ingredients, if it'll focus, first few ingredients, which as always on any label are the most important: whole salmon, whole herring, black cod, halibut, whole shrimp. Then you get into your wheat flour and your fillers and vitamins and supplements and things like that. If you're a carnivorous turtle, and by the way, any and all of these items I would highly recommend that you would incorporate into your carnivorous turtle's diet. This is specifically geared for carnivorous animals. But again, if you're a carnivorous turtle, I would imagine that whole salmon and shrimp and cod and halibut and things like that would be something that you'd be very interested in eating. So the ingredients alone on the omega-1 pellets have me sold. And this one also happens to be at 39% for your protein. And obviously, carnivorous diet, you need high protein. So definitely recommend omega-1 pellets. Next up, we have a bag of, this is Missouri crocodile pellets. I got these from backwaterreptiles.com. It's the only place I was able to find the crocodile pellets in smaller portions. If you buy it straight from Missouri, I think it comes in like 50-pound bags or 25 or 30-pound, something like that. But regardless, I don't need that much. So I finally found a place that distributes them in smaller quantities. So I picked some up. It's the only pellet that is specifically made for reptiles that has this high of a protein count that I'm aware of. There's another pellet that has this high of protein, but it's not specifically made for reptiles. We'll get to that in a second. It's designed for baby gators, baby crocodiles. So, you know, I would imagine that an aquatic carnivorous reptile, I would imagine that their diet isn't much different than another aquatic carnivorous reptile. So feeding croc pellets to your carnivorous turtle is, I think, a great idea. And it's from Missouri, so you pretty much know you can trust the name there. Moving on. Grasshoppers. I like these for my giant musk because they're big, and I don't know anywhere where I can find grasshoppers this big alive other than like my backyard, and to be honest, I don't have time for that. So I go with these, and also they come in sort of like, it's almost like a gravy that they come in. It's very moist, so you can use that to your advantage if you're trying to dust these with like a calcium powder or a multivitamin powder. It'll hold the powder very well. So it's something else I really like about these. Next up, we have the red shrimp. Everybody knows about the red shrimp. Turtles love this stuff. Very high protein, about 60% or so. It's 59%, and it's, you know, a welcome part of any turtle's diet, I'd say. I would only use this as basically a treat, even for a carnivorous turtle. Or if you have a turtle that's like sick, or you know, if you get your hands on a turtle that's maybe a rescue and it's underweight or something like that, you know, you can get them going on something like this. Turtles go absolutely nuts over this shrimp. It's kind of crazy. And moving on, we have Massivore Delight. Now, this food is one of the few pellets that I've found that can rival this food in its protein count. As far as I know, they both have 47%. Only thing is, this food is specifically made for reptiles and it floats. This food is specifically made for fish and it sinks. I like both of them, obviously. I'm using both of them. Mainly just for variety and just to have, a strong protein count readily available in the diet of the animal. I highly recommend these. Turtles seem to really enjoy them. Hikari is known for its quality products, and I've had great success with them. Every animal I've tried to feed this to, they take right to it. They seem to really enjoy it, and it's a pretty good sized pellet, which again is what I'm looking for. I'm feeding a sort of a more medium sized animal, so those tiny pellets they seem to be more of a pain in the butt for her to just catch in the water because they're all so small. So all the pellets I try to get for her are a little bigger. But yeah, definitely if you have mud and musk turtles, I definitely go with this because they're gonna forage on the bottom anyway, and these sink straight to the bottom. And mud and musk turtles do seem to really enjoy these pellets a whole lot. So yeah, go ahead and try it out. And finally, on the table we have the wheat germ koi food. Wheat germ you want to incorporate into all of your turtles' diets, I would recommend, because it's very high in vitamin E, and it's going to help to provide a balanced diet. It's going to help provide variety, and it's going to help with the shell and skin health of the animal. It helps out with any sort of pyramiding on the shell. It helps out retain scoots and shedding problems. So it's just all around good stuff. And I feed this to all of my animals. So I recommend you feed it to yours. So, as I may have mentioned before, I'm on a 3-day-a-week feeding schedule. I feed all of my adult turtles 3 times a week. What I'll do is, probably in this rotation, is going to be something like, I'll mix these two, which I'll probably do right now, and put them in this container, and that'll be one feeding. Then, on another day, she'll probably just get this. Then once a week, she'll definitely get a helping of this. And from time to time, in between other feedings, I'll definitely give her the grasshoppers and the red shrimp. In my freezer right now, I have a few fuzzy mice that I also give to her, probably every 5-6 weeks or so. We also do, chicken gizzards, chicken livers, shrimp, like whole shrimp with the shell on and all that, cut pieces of fish, you name it, she'll take it. Any meat-based, protein-based food is readily accepted. And you want to mix it up. Just whatever you do feed, make sure you're giving a variety, and make sure you're giving a balance. Make sure they're getting their pellets, make sure they're getting their live prey, feeder fish and worms and crickets and things like that. You want to make sure they're getting whole prey items. That's mainly what the fuzzy mice are for in my case. And you want to make sure they're getting a variety in the pellets, so that way they get all their vitamins, all their supplements, minerals, vitamin A, E, D3, things that are important to these animals. So yeah, just whatever animal you're feeding, just make sure you're mixing it up, and make sure you do your research, and make sure you know what they eat when they're in the wild, so that way you can do your best to replicate that in captivity, so your animals can, you know, be healthy and live long and thrive, because they're counting on us to help them do so. And with that being said, we're going to go ahead and cut this one off. Once again, appreciate everyone for tuning in. Any questions, comments, or concerns, leave down in the comment section. And until the next one, happy reptile keeping. Peace.